Chapter 3: The learning of a second language. The learning of a second language is not the result of a single factor, but of several variables of different types. The following diagram shows independent and dependent variables that can have an effect on the results or outcome in the learning process. The first dependent variable describes teaching, includes teacher profile, the selected material, syllabus, methodology, and the resources available. On the learner, we have other factors that may directly have an effect, and this can be age, intelligence, aptitude, attitude, personality. This includes self-esteem, extroversion, anxiety, risk-taking. Cognitive styles includes dependent, independent, oral, or visual. The third box is related to contextual condition, where language learning takes place, and the context can be a second language or a foreign language context. The three variables will influence on the language learning, and it consists of two types: unconscious and conscious process. This will give an outcome to the proficiency of the language. This includes the four skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Here we have errors incorporating interlanguage, effective reaction toward the language, and errors during performance. The learner individual factors. There are a series of conditions which is shared by all learners. However, we are aware of the fact that the students have their own attitudes and possess their own personalities. Individual learning factors can be grouped as follows. Effective involves personality, attitude, motivation, and anxiety. Cognitive skills include aptitude, learning or cognitive styles, intelligence, learning strategies. Others could be the age, input and interaction, described as the language that is addressed to the second language learner, either by a native speaker or another second language learner. Input may vary according to exposure. It can be a natural, such as a conversation setting, or a formal instruction, such as school or another institution. Moreover, the medium, which can be as a speech or writing, and can come from different sources: teachers, students, textbooks, audios, videos. Theories of second language acquisition, behaviorism, stressed the importance of input. Second language was learned automatically by forming series of habits. However, Chomsky questioned this theory and claimed that there was no match between the language to be observed and the input and the language learners produced. In other words, there was no correlation between input and output. Interaction related with input. Interaction will play an important role as well, as it is constructed by the learner and interlocutor. For better results of interaction and good quality of input, Ellis proposed optimal learning environment. This includes high quantity of input directed to the learner. Learner perceives need to communicate in second language. Control over topic choice, adherence to here and now principle, at least initially. Another variable will be the role of formal instruction in the learning of a second language. Morpheme and longitudinal studies of second language acquisition indicate that formal instruction may develop second language knowledge. My reflection, based on my experience and as the behaviorist theory describes, importance of input along with the interaction. Moreover, the age, motivation, attitude, personality, learning or cognitive styles, even the learning strategy used as a student had an impact on my second language learning. I can tell that at the time when I was learning, I was a shy student, and I noticed that younger students that they were having more interaction using the target language, and I noticed that they were improving. Thus, I started doing the same to get better with the language. And I can, as an advice, I can tell that we need to get a high quantity of input directed to us. Does not matter if it is formal or informal. Get it from all resources available: movies, books, videos, music, family, or friends. We should dive into the language.